Being alone is almost everyone's worst fear when they hit the road. Having to spend all that time with yourself, all the responsibility is on you, every decision you make, you need to hold yourself accountable now. Not to mention all of those deep thoughts that have been suppressed over the years are now going to start kind of coming up, and you have to deal with it. It's pretty overwhelming, but I'm here to say that it does get better. When I first hit the road, I was pretty excited to just be alone because I didn't have alone time where I lived. I lived in a Honda Element while everyone else is living in these big rigs like school buses, sprinters, whatever, and they have all this money and friends, and here I am alone by myself, not having a clue what I'm doing. Get to start enjoying yourself. You need to figure out who you are, and it's hard. You have to push the boundaries. You have to go on long hikes, and when you feel like quitting, don't quit, keep going, and you'll find yourself loving yourself more. And the more you can love yourself, the more you can be with yourself, and the more you can be with yourself, the more confidence and self-esteem and all the good things are going to come to you. And once you become that person and that thing that you want to be, you're going to start attracting like-minded folks. You're going to start attracting more love to your life. You're going to start attracting more friendship, better friendship, deeper connections, partnerships.
Hi there, my name is Brenda. I have lived in this van for 1.5 years now. I lived by myself for about 8 years prior to that, so plenty of experience being alone. Luckily, I am an introvert, so I actually do thrive by myself, but humans need humans. It's just natural. So even introverts experience loneliness sometimes. I can honestly say, since living in the van, I haven't struggled with loneliness as much as I did when I lived in the middle of a city. Downtown Portland, surrounded by other humans, that's when I struggled the most. And I noticed the pattern every Sunday afternoon. I would work Monday through Friday, but then the weekends would be by myself. So Sunday afternoon is when I really started struggling. I'd feel down, sad, bored, lonely. And instead of trying to fill that void with other humans, I decided to try to fill my own cup, and I created this ritual every Sunday evening of having a spa day. So I would draw a bath, light candles, play music, put on a face mask, do my nails, whatever pampering and self-love that I felt like doing that day. And I actually still do it to a degree in the van every Sunday night, but that actually turned this, like, the hardest part of my week into the best part of the week. I actually looked forward to my spa nights every Sunday night because, as cliche as it sounds, as oversaid as it is, the relationship you have with yourself is the most important one you're going to have in your entire life. It lasts the longest. It's the one thing that you can count on. So if you're trying to make other people fill this void, maybe just try starting with filling the void yourself. Oh, and one more thing. Get yourself one of these. This is Ranger. He is my travel buddy, my adventure buddy, my cuddle buddy. He always listens to me. Look at those ears. Come on. He's always a good listener, a good companion, and just everything that I could need when I am feeling lonely. We just snuggle up and feel much, much better.
I do have a few tips to counteract the loneliness, and if you're in need of some kind of human connection, there's a handful of things that I've done over the years to kind of help with that. The only thing I really truly felt connected with was wildlife. I did a lot of wildlife photography. And through that, I ended up finding a wildlife center near my house, and I volunteered there for a whole year. And it turned out that every Monday morning was the day I looked forward to. Another one for when you hit the road is go to van gatherings. It can be very overwhelming. My first one kind of reminded me of high school. I wasn't really like the cool kid or anything. I was kind of the weird kid. But I think we're all the weird kids out here. So once I put that into my mind, changed my mindset about it, and I went, I ended up having a freaking blast. Another thing you can do if you are bold enough is when you're parking on BLM somewhere or in the forest, you're gonna pass a lot of other nomad folk, and a lot of times they're sitting out in front of the rigs in their chairs, and they'll usually wave to you, and you can really take that as like an open invitation to making friends with someone. Don't be shy when it comes to that. I can definitely say I think a lot of people are very open to meeting new folks, and they're probably in the same boat as you are. So if any of this has resonated with you or got you thinking about like, oh wow, like yeah, I can definitely you know, try some of these things, give it a like, give it a subscribe. At the end of the day, you know, like, I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's other people having these similar situations, and, you know, watching these videos help people feel not alone. Like, they're not the only ones going through this. Like, I go through it all the time, and a lot of my friends go through this all the time, and we talk about it all the time. So good luck out there if you're hitting the road for the first time. If you're living in an apartment, you're all by yourself, go volunteer somewhere. Find something you love to do, go do it, get a hobby. Just, you know, you ultimately have to get yourself out there. So give it a whirl.